Hi, Tony. This is Rob from BBC Yorkshire here. Welcome to Sheffield.
Rob,
Hello. You've been a manager for nearly 30 years. You've achieved a lot in your career. What drives you to start a new challenge, and this one at Sheffield Wednesday in particular?
as I've said, if you have a look at the chairman's starting position, and the fact that the club were so close in the first 2 years of achieving what the goal is at this football club, to get back into the Premiership, and then for it to have dropped off, it's almost like a sickly thing, really. But I'm looking at it and thinking, what has gone wrong? Why has that happened? And to get in and look, like as I've just said, there's certain things I think that you can go into football clubs, successful football clubs, and say that's in place, this is in place, that's in place, and whether all everybody's pointing to that one point, that star above, and pulling in the same direction, whether it's the quality of the team, whether it's the quality of the work that the team is doing, whether it's everything that surrounds a team, you will find definitely common denominators why clubs do well and why clubs don't do so well. So it was just it's a big club, and it was just a challenge, that I thought I'd enjoy.
What can the fans expect from a Tony Pulis-led team?
I spoke to the lads today, and you get pigeonholed at times. When I was at Stoke, we had Crouchy, Kenwyn Jones, Sidibe, two very, very quick players in Etherington and Pennant, and the fact that we played to those strengths, got the ball forward, got it wide, got lots of crosses in the box, and played very, very direct football, which suited that team. And then you go to West Brom, and I had Bobby Brown, lad they signed from Europe, Eastern Europe, I think. Bobby came from, and the two little forwards. We couldn't play that way, so we played through the pitch quickly, but smaller passes. I had Brunt, Morrison, Gardner, people like that who were good footballers, but we still played the way I like playing, and that is playing through the pitch when you get the opportunity. And that's what we'll try and do. Yeah, I'll find I'll look to find a way that suits the team, and try and play to that. I expect the players to be committed. I expect the players to work as hard as they possibly can. We will set our stall out as coaches and a manager to put a system in place that suits the lads who are at this football club at this present moment.
How do you go about setting a culture as a manager, and what will you be asking of the players as a priority?
Well, the priority is to try and win some games. I think that's important. I think the next priority is to make sure we don't get any more injuries. I think the injury situation at the football club is very, very concerning, very worrying for me, because I think if you're missing 4 or 5 players, very, very good players, then it does weaken your team. I don't care who's managing your football club or who's in charge, and unfortunately, we're going to have to put up with that for a bit. But it's putting in place basic principles, good organisation, good discipline, respect, and plenty of honesty, and that's what we want. And it's a working class town. It's an area that is very similar to where I was brought up. They'll most probably say it the way they see it, and there'll be no messing around, and it won't be no sugarcoating going on. And I enjoy that. I think that's the way British people really are. They say it the way they see it. And it'd be nice to get the club, or to turn the thing round and get the club pointing in the right direction. And with a little bit of good fortune, we can do that and really, really have a really good crack. I think it's going to be difficult at the beginning because of the injuries. But I think if we were starting now, with everybody fit, I'd be pretty confident that we could get some good results.
Have you had a chat with your old friend Gary Megson, who's obviously got a great connection with this club? And if so, what's he had to say?
Oh, I've got a lot of friends who are Sheffield Wednesday supporters. I spoke to Meggie a couple of times. Obviously, I played for Don, his dad, who was a legend at this football club when I was at Bristol Rovers. So Don gave me my debut as well in the Bristol Derby. And I've got so much respect for Don, never mind Gary. Yeah, Gary's a great lad. I've got a lot of time for him. Good man, good person. And it's sad to see him out of football, really. He's one of those people that you would have expected to have been around football a lot longer. But maybe his bluntness and his honesty and his directness has cost him a little bit. But yeah, he's fine. He's happy in what he's doing, and he's happy where he is, and he's desperately keen for this football club to get back on the rails and get moving.
It was noticeable today that Kieran Westwood was back in training with the first team. What has your message been to him? Is it essentially a clean slate for everybody?
Well, no disrespect to anybody at the football club or the two young goalkeepers who are in and have done really well. Personally, I think the kid is one of the best goalkeepers in the Championship. And if he was available in the position we are now, I'd most probably be looking to pick him and looking for him to be playing. Can I be any more honest than that?
And do you see, finally, this as a long-term project? Do you come here with a vision that, you know, this is you've said it already, it's a club with a lot of potential. Do you view this as a long-term role?
Well, I think stability today is so important. Yet is, you know, with social media and everything that goes around and floats around, I think it's very difficult to get it. I think the greatest thing, or my biggest challenge, is to convince the chairman that, you know, that we can be friends and we can trust each other, and that's what I think the chairman needs as much as anything else. I think he needs someone with him that he trusts and will back. And I will do my damnedest to try and be, you know, as honest as I possibly can, to be as helpful as I possibly can, and to back a man who's put a lot of money into this football club. And I don't care what anybody says. You know, the amount of money that the chairman has put in, you know, the respect that he should have is enormous. Now, whether there's been people here, as I've said before, and this does happen, and I know it happens, who will say things just because he's the chairman, and are frightened to say other things because he's the chairman. I don't know. What I do know is that I am where I am, and I've had really good relationships with certain chairmen, and I've had not very good relationship with certain chairmen, and it's been really on the basis of those different things I've just talked about. And I just hope I can get a real friendship with the chairman. That's important to me.
Tony, appreciate your time and best of luck. Mr. Chancellor, if you can hear me, can you tell us just a bit about the decision to make a change at manager, the process of appointing Tony, and why Tony was the right man for you?
I think he has experience, the same like Steve Bush or whoever, like almost 30 years. And I think he the right one at the moment. Yeah.
And can you tell us a bit about the process? I mean, it's very quick. Was it always the plan to, you know, for this to be a quick appointment within the week?
Actually, I know him before. Yeah, I know Pulis before. We ever talk before, and I also think he's a good coach. But this time, I think it's the right time to get him here.
And do you like that idea that he wants to build a relationship with you? He's going to be honest with you as well. Is that something that appeals to you as a chairman?
No, that's normal. All the coach in the past, I always say, okay, we're gonna talk, because my personal, I always talk straightforward. So I also like all the coach straightforward with me, right? I don't want to hear positive. I always like to hear negative thing, so we can fix, we can how to say, we can make it better, right? Because if I always say to everyone, if it's good, even 1% is mean good, but if it's not good, we don't know we can handle or not. That is the big point. I always say whatever we need to talk straightforward, because all the course you must be my right hand, and you need to be have a good relationship with me. Whatever we need to talk with with the straightforward. Yeah, that's what I also tell Puris also. Whatever happen, we talk. Okay, we need to talk and we find out what we can do for the best for the club.
Thanks,
So
Mr.
that is normal. It's not special, not special, because every course the same. Even sometimes my people told the fans say, oh, the coach always say yes with me, but it's not true. We always talk together. We have some debate together, because we talk what gonna be the best for the club, and we exchange the idea, whatever. Yeah. And my personality, I always like to talk straightforward, and I want to hear everything, the truth, not what you want to please me. I don't like that.